Good morning, Alexa.
It's so good to have you. And I understand that you were one of the very first RITAL presenters. And then you also walked away in 2010 with the best paper at that very first conference.
Hmm. Yeah,
How did you do that?
yeah. Well, I was quite delighted, and I was very surprised when got the Best Paper Award, and at the same time also very excited. That this happened at the first RITAL Conference. So it was really great.
And I'm sure that was an impetus for you to pursue your research further.
Absolutely. When I won that Best Paper Award, I thought, well, I can really do this. And I was also encouraged by one of the senior academics at that time to pursue my PhD research. And yeah, like you said, it was an impetus to further my research and to do my PhD.
So now, as an award-winning presenter, I'm sure you have a few tips to share with us about preparing.
Yeah, so I would say that it's very important to prepare your presentation by rehearsing your presentation because you only have about 15 to 20 minutes to do the presentation. So rehearse the presentation in front of the mirror, with your daughter, with your son, with your pet, anyone that's willing to listen and to give you some tips as you're presenting. You have to do that. You can't just depend on the moment to do your presentation. And then, secondly, you have to highlight the research question in your PowerPoint presentation. Make that very, very clear to the audience. And then the third thing is that you've got to also discuss your research methodology and your research methods. How did you decide on the research methodology? How you went about your research methods? Fourthly, you need to discuss your data analysis. Explain how you analyzed your data. That's quite crucial because people need to understand how you derived at the various themes and concepts of your paper. And then, fifthly, I think it's quite also important to um, highlight your theoretical and conceptual framework. Um, at that particular point, when you're presenting your paper, you have to make it very clear that your theoretical framework, this is your theoretical framework for your paper. And also, it helps if your theoretical framework is interesting, it's trending at the moment. I think for me, at that particular point in 2010, a long time ago, that theoretical framework, I was using the theoretical framework of Margaret Archer, and I think that was trending at that point, and people were quite interested in how we could apply that theoretical framework in our context. And so it really helps if your theory is very novel and interesting and trending.
Wow, that's a lot to think about and very practical. So thank you for that, Najwa. I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Alexa.